What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I invite you to come hang out with me for a minute while I dig a little bit deeper into my pile of opportunity. Today's journey into that foreboding closet of mountainous size is a little bit different because we're not actually going to be opening any toys. You see, I received an email last week from a man named Kevin. Now, you may know him better as the Sprue Dude. I know that I've bought some models and bits and things from there. You may have too. Well, he is launching a Battlemat site called Battlemat Bazaar. We'll drop some links down in the description so you can go check out the stuff if you would like. And they are doing cloth mats. They are in the States, and I want to say the website said free shipping in the States, but I could be wrong with that. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's what I read. And I'm really excited because the only other company, I am sure that there are other companies out there, but the only other one that I know of is Cigar Box. And they make great mats, but it's always good to have more names in the market. So he sent this bag right here. Now, I am pretty sure this bag has 2 mats in it. It's kind of hard to tell just feeling it. I didn't want to open it so I could open it with all of you. But he asked me, so when I was speaking to him, he asked me if there were any mats that I really like. Now, they right now, kind of still at the beginning of everything, have 38 different designs, all in cloth, nothing on neoprene, all made to order. And I double checked, and it does say free shipping within the USA. So I came across one that I really, really, really loved that is a beach, kind of like beach and then forest, and then you got some rocks and stuff going up. And then I said, send me, they do several different double-sided designs, and so I asked him, send me any one of those, if that's cool with you. And he said it was. I like the double-sided designs, and I wanted to show off one of the double-sided designs because as a consumer, that's something that I always look at first whenever I look at a mat company, is if they sell double-sided mats, I want to look at those because they are better bang for your buck. You get more biomes that you can create on the table, but it doesn't create more storage problems because it's still just one mat, but dual purpose. And I love that kind of utility and modularity in things that I use for gaming. Now, before we open this bag up, I just want to be fully transparent. No money has changed hands here at all. This is not a sponsored video, nothing else. We spoke. He agreed to send some stuff out for me to play around with and share with y'all. And I'm going to tell you what I think about it. I like to be transparent about stuff like that, especially when it comes to unboxings and reviews and stuff like that, because I don't want you guys to think that people are paying for opinions. They are not. You're going to get my best and honest opinion. Now, I am generally a fairly positive person, so it still might be a glowing review, but that's just because that's how I am. I'm not generally a complainer or a nitpicker. I try to always look for the good in everything that I can. That being said, I've talked way more than I should have. Let's rip this bag open and look at these mats. Ooh, this is really soft. This is really, really soft. So with this mat, we're looking at a kind of green grassy field with a little bit of patchy, and then we got some white flowers that are printed onto the mat as well. And then on the reverse side, set that down. And then on the reverse side, we've got this nice kind of scrubland. Oh, we're just going to flip it and then go. And then on the reverse side, we've got this nice scrubland, kind of dead grassy type texture. Now, the mat itself, and you know what? This is kind of clever. Let me see this. So it is kind of a fleece type material. It's got a little bit of a nap to it, which on the grassy side, and I think that the nap is a little bit longer on this grassy side than it is on this more sandy side. which is good because what that nap does is it gives you a little bit more texture to the board. You know, if you kind of brush that around a little bit, it's going to pull up some texture. Now it does, when you brush it, it does show a little bit of the white down at the bottom, but that's, you know, that's a minuscule thing that's going to happen. That's not really that big of a deal. The mat is a little bit shiny. Now, some of that is just because of the lights that I have coming down, but it's a little bit shiny, but the printing is really, really nice. The color is very rich. The tones are there. I like how on this one, it's you notice the nap a little bit more on the grass parts than you do on the dirt parts. So it actually makes the grass look a little bit tufted and textured, which is really, really cool. Now, the big upside to a cloth mat like this versus a neoprene mat. The first bonus is that it's much easier to store because you can scrunch, crinkle, ball this up however you want. It's going to be fine. You just flap it out, lay it on the table. You can't do that with a neoprene. If you fold a neoprene mat, it's going to have creases in it that will be there until the second coming. Now, the other huge benefit of a cloth mat, and the main reason that I'm really excited about this to get my hands on, because I've never owned cloth mats before, I've always gotten neoprene, is that you can create really, really nice topography on your board with these mats. And you can see a little bit of that here just with me, you know, kind of draping this thing across the table. But I'm going to set something up real quick just so you can kind of see what this looks like and what can be done with it. So the beauty of these mats is the ability to create topography. So I'm going to take these blocks that I normally stack up and use to set my camera on. I've also used them to play the Relic Blade solo Catacombs of Corral, and they are in fact the city streets for Carnivale from TT Combat, but I use them for everything. So we're going to take some of these and just kind of set them about. We'll put this one here, and we're going to lay those out like this. Now, this could be anything. This could be pieces of scrap foam board that you have laying around. This could be pillows. This could be those tackle boxes that we all use to hold the tokens for the bajillion different games that we play. It could be a giant stack of rule books that we all have sitting around because we all like to order games and then play them for a little while and then play more games. It could even be another mat balled up, or it could be your laundry towels. It could be anything. But what we do is we just kind of set up a basic something on the board, an arrangement. And then we've got topography built into our board that does not require us to distract or worry about matching. Now, obviously, these boxes are maybe not the best thing because they're very obviously rectangles are there. If you want something that's more organic, you may be more inclined to use like pillows or towels or something like that. But do bear in mind that you don't want something that's too soft because you do want to be able to set models on top of it. But how freaking cool is that? Now, obviously, you could spend a lot more time, you know, draping this and getting it to sit just right, just so. But for a quick, easy thing, that's a really cool feature of this kind of mat, is being able to just slap some stuff down, throw this over the top of it, and then go to town with whatever toy soldiers you happen to be using that day. And for the sake of making sure we see it, here's what it looks like with the other side. I actually think this side looks better with the topography that I made. Maybe that's just because this feels more kind of like a Badlands, Scrublands kind of mat where you might see that. But both look really, really good, and I'm really excited to play around with what kind of neat boards I can create with this. Now, all right, so here we are about a day later, and the other mat has shown up. I have no idea how, when two things go out at the exact same time, they get a day apart, but it doesn't matter. It got here. I don't know if I did this in my excitement, like trying to get it out of the mailbox, or if the carrier did it. It was probably me, though, because it was wedged in there pretty good, and I had to give it a good tug to get it out. But let's get this thing open. So off gate, that blue caught me. Let's get this thing out of here. So this is the full-size mat. I'm assuming this is the biggest size. This thing is absolutely massive. I have a full-size 6x4 gaming table, and there's still several inches of overhang on every side of this thing all the way around the table, which is awesome because with it being the cloth mat, that gives you the ability to use it on a 6x4 table and still have enough extra material to put those things underneath it and do all that. But this looks great. That foam coming in on the sand. Oh my goodness, man. If you look at that, there's your footprints in the sand. So this is something that I don't know if this is intended, but I just discovered it, and I think that's pretty sweet. I will say that this side of it is more impressive. I don't think that's because of a difference in quality. I think that's just because the colors are brighter and you got that big ocean and all the waves and stuff coming in. And this is more kind of just basic vegetation. I like the big bushes. I like that. And I like the rocks. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do a quick little topographical layout because I want to see what this looks like. Because I've got some kind of oceanfront terrain that I've not really been able to make good and proper use of. So I'm going to tinker around with this for a minute and see what I can do. I mean, I don't want to say anything for a second. I just wanted to kind of let it look. But man, how freaking cool is that? I've never been able to put together a table like this, and I'm very excited about it. In case you couldn't tell. But then underneath here, this is all just like nonsense. It's just nonsense under there. Here, I'll show you. So the top layer, this is just the black cloth that I use to section off my table when I play games. But bed sheets, towels, anything like that will do. This is just to kind of make sure, give it a little bit more security to set models on it so that they don't, fall through. But then under there is just a hodgepodge of absolute nonsense. Just like random boxes, these tiles. But this could be, Amazon boxes. This could be mini boxes that you have been sitting around. All those boxes that you've been saving when you finished the kit and you never knew why you were saving it. Here may be why you were saving it. And it's just, it's easy. And I think that looked really good, guys. Now, obviously, there's more that I could have done to that table. Trees, shrubbery, actually put some models on. But I just wanted to quickly kind of throw a thing. I didn't want to take up too much more of your time. So let me clean this stuff up real quick. Okay, so that's these two mats. Now, this mat is the 60 by 50, so 5 feet by a little over 4 feet. And this is the 80 by 60, which is more math than I'm going to do right now, to put it honest with you. This size, the 60 by 50, these are like $80. These are normally marked higher, but right now it says that these are only $10 more, so these are $90. And then the smaller size, the 40 by 30s, are $50. So if you need the smaller size, like for skirmish gaming, that's pretty solid price, especially for the double-sided mat. That's an amazing. That basically comes down to $25 per mat in an oversized cloth mat that you can do really cool topographical things with. I think that might be the best bargain for the skirmish gamer. For the bigger war gamers, I don't even know what. Like for people who play GW games, I don't even know what their table sizes are now, but these might fit those table sizes really, really well. I just don't have any idea what those table sizes are, so I can't really comment on that. But I really, really like these, and I'm really excited to put them on the table and play some games with them, especially this one because I can finally use that sweet lighthouse that I just showed you. Thanks so much to Battlemat Bazaar for sending these over for me to check out and share with everybody and show you the cool things, some of the cool things that you can do with them. Thank you so much for hanging out while I opened them up and shared them, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.